Hello, and welcome to Weaving Women Storytelling Network. I am Dr. Judith C. Moore, your host, and with me today is Patricia Cheeseboro. Welcome, Patricia.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm glad to be here.
I'm excited about the things that you're involved in, but for today, we're going to talk about life lessons. Could you share with us, please?
Yes, the biggest lesson that I learned in life is being a mom,
Mhm.
the ups and downs of being a single mom. And that is where my program is geared to, is working with single moms. I'm rebranding my program
Mhm.
because of the COVID-19, stating that single moms have it much harder than even just being single and working from home or having to work and the children are home. There's a lot of changes that, has developed. So I just want to share some lessons about moms, that I learned along the way that, we always want to be that super mom.
Mhm.
And this is not the time to be the super mom. And even being a super mom, we always, with the superwoman, thinking that we can do it all. And we can do it all, but we have to learn how to balance that. There is a balance to it because if we don't take care of ourselves being that super mom, we're good for nobody. And that's one of the lessons that I learned because I tried to do it all,
Mhm.
being a single mom. And one of the things that I learned along the way, one of the lessons clearly states, sometimes you got to ask for help. And that was me as a person. I've always liked to be that in control of me
Mhm.
and thinking that I could do it all by myself. And I had to learn how to ask for help. And especially when it came to the summertime. And now with all the COVID, I can't even really imagine the lesson that I learned of helping was to reach out to my mom, especially during the summer for her to watch my daughters. I had two daughters at the time. And that was a big lesson, learning to ask for help. And you got to ask for help. There are somebody out there because it takes a village to raise a child.
Mhm. Yes.
And sometimes as single mom, we don't may not have the support, but you have to find that support somewhere. There is someone, even another single mom may be able to help out.
Mhm.
Another lesson that I learned is to master the art of doing nothing. Because we're always so busy, as a mom, you got this to do, you got that to do. But sometimes you just have to take that quiet time for yourself and do
Yes.
absolutely nothing, whether it is to meditate for a little bit or to just do what you have. One of the lessons my mom used to always tell me, especially when my kids were really small, was to, when they take a nap, you lay down and take a nap too. Because we always think about, oh, we got to do this, we got to do the laundry, we got to do that. But sometimes just taking when they're have their time out, you take a time out.
Mm.
One of the things that I learned to do as a single mom is when I did come home from work, I needed at least 5 minutes. So that was my kind of downtime. I needed 5 to 10 minutes, and my daughters learned to respect that. I just need, because the type of job that I had, I worked with people all day. I was a caseworker for the state of
Mm.
Pennsylvania for 26 years.
Mm.
And I needed that time, just to relax and to debrief my own self from my daily activity because all day long you're hearing everybody else's problem. You're trying to solve some issues for families. And I needed that time. So I would just take that time to be able to just have that quiet time. Another life lesson is to learn to have some fun.
Mhm.
Because somewhere along the line, you have to have fun, even with your kids, and balancing that. You find some activities, that's fun with the kids. Like on Friday was our fun day. I would come home from work after I had my downtime, and I would order pizza, and we'll get, set up a movie and sit there and pop popcorn and eat pizza and made them orange floats.
Oh my! Never heard of that.
you know, and that was our fun time. Or just, I remember because I had a child that was ill, and she had the opportunity to go to Disney World. And it was just me and my first baby, as she always tells me. It was just me and her at home. And the one day I was in the middle of cleaning, and I thought, you know what? The other child is down in Florida having some fun. I have this child cleaning or whatever she was doing. I just stopped everything and took her to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Took her to the movies, and we had dinner out, because you got to find those times and those moments. But even after with my third child came along when I was and married, I still pretty much had this single mom syndrome all the time too, because my husband worked a lot. But even though I was working, I still was responsible for everybody else. So even with her, just finding that time, as a mom for me. And I start probably when she was about 3 or 4. That's when I start traveling a little bit. I joined an organization in Kentucky because I wanted to do something different than what I was working with. So I began to take these consulting classes in Kentucky. So that was a weekend that I was away, and it was just me relaxing, no children, no husband, just me and myself and I.
Yeah.
But those are life lessons that I've learned along the way, even, because my program is not only just for the single moms, for any moms. So, because I think as moms and as women, we don't take that time for ourselves. And each of these lessons, you're able to, and then you got to find yourself. You got to find your niche, your goals, because we put our goals and dreams on the side for everyone else. And that was one of the reasons why I started taking the consulting classes to become a consulting, was that ability to be able to travel and to start my own business. And that's how I began to start the own business. And you just have to make a personal plan. We make a plan and set goals. Everybody else have their goals. They continue. You hear stories of all the times, even with women who are married, who help their husbands get through school. And then, they always was promised that once I complete this, then you can do your thing. But then you're saddled with, I say saddled with kids, but you have kids. And it stops your dreams, because now you have to help them to develop their dreams.
That's right.
And one day, like I am now, I'm empty nester. And that's why I began to really get involved with the personal planning, the personal development of myself, and it really should start before that last kid hit that door. So your plan is already in place so that you can be out there and running once they have left the household. And I did that pretty much so, but at the same time, there's still that emptiness, and you feel the emptiness for a while. So, but those are my life lessons that I hope that people can hear what I'm saying and be able to incorporate them into their lives.
Well, we want to just kind of thank you so much for sharing your life lessons. And to everyone who's listening, stay tuned for our next session, Life Lesson. Thanks again, Patrice.